Here's a review of converting a repeating decimal into a fraction. This was a difficult concept. We'll do two examples. The first one will be 0.18 repeating, and the second one will be 0.4 repeating. So the first thing that we're going to do, there are some steps here that we're going to go through. So step number one was to let n, or whatever your variable is, equal the decimal that you're trying to convert. Step number two was to multiply both sides of your equation by a power of 10, which means our choices are 10, 100, 1000, etc. So based on the fact that this has two digits repeating, I'm going to use a 100 because 100 has two zeros. So in each side of my equation, I'm going to multiply by 100. The left side stays the same, except maybe I get rid of my times dot. The right side, I'm going to move the decimal point 2 places to the right. Have to remember that behind this 1/8 is another 1/8 and another 1/8 and another 1/8. So that means I have 18.18 repeating. Then, step number 3, I'm going to subtract this, n equals 0.8 repeating, from both sides of the equation. So down here you're going to see I'm going to subtract this in yellow, and I'm going to line it up. On the left side I'll subtract n, on the right side I'll subtract 0.18 repeating. So I'm doing the same thing to both sides of the equation. I have the n's lined up, I have the decimals lined up. I'll draw a line like I did when I learned to first subtract, and I'll cross off these lightly. Those are going to go away. There's actually a 1 here, so this is 100 minus 1 is 99. N equals 18. Once I've simplified that, the last series of steps is to isolate n. So that means I need to figure out how to break 99 away from the n. Since it's multiplied, that means that I'm going to multiply on both sides of my equation the reciprocal of 99 over 1. Whatever I do to one side, I need to do the other. And these all go away. And so the fifth step is just to simplify your answer all the way down. So I have n equals, multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms, look for a number that is a common factor, which will be 9, which means my final answer is 2 over 11. Let's try another one. This one's going to be slightly different. We're going to notice that right in this step, we'll do sort of a minor change, because this one, 0.4 repeating, only has one digit repeating. So step 1 will be the same. Let n equal 0.4 repeating. Step 2, because there's only one digit repeating, I'm going to multiply by 10 this time. So I'll have 10n equals 10 times 0.4 repeating. Then I'm going to clean this up. This is 10n equals, move the decimal one place to the right for the 1 0. I get 4 point, and there's more 4s repeating after that. Step 3, I'm now just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to subtract n from both sides. On the right side, rather than write n, I'll put what n is equal to. And remember that n was equal to 0.4 repeating. So on the sides with the n, I subtract n. With the sides with the repeating decimal, I subtract the repeating decimal. 10n minus 1n is 9n equals, I cancel these and I'm left with 4. Step 4, I'm going to break the 9 away from the n. So whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do the other. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Step 5, clean it up and simplify. So 4/9 and that's my final answer. So that was a quick review of something that's on the quiz and test, which is changing a repeating decimal into its fractional equivalent.